Hey guys, what's going on? Daily Tactics here, and I am back with some more Men of War Assault Squad 2, the Star Wars Galaxy at War mod, and today we find ourselves in the ruins of a Ryloth city here. Not really sure why the clones want to hold these ruins, maybe because it's a strategic position, maybe there's like an underground tunnel that leads to Ryloth Twi'lek resistance movement people, I don't know, but the clones, regardless, want to hold these ruins to the last man. It's of the utmost importance. So, Captain Keeli has been assigned this task. His master Imagundi is on another part of the planet, and he said, Keeli, my man, take Keeli Company and hold these ruins. So, that is what they are doing. They have 3 of these E-Web turrets, which are very powerful turrets, anti-infantry, of course. And then they have a whole plethora of clone troopers, a few of these miniguns, DC-15As, and of course DC-15Ss. So they're really stacked. They've got a lot of troopers around here, and it's a pretty good defensive perimeter, I have to say, albeit very small in area. So not a ton that they can do in terms of flexibility of defense, but they'll be able to maneuver a little bit. Meanwhile, the attacking droids are basically completely surrounding them. So if we look at the minimap here, blue is Keeli Company, red are the droids, and there's like a ring of droids all surrounding them. And then there's a bunch of droids sort of dotting the back lines around here. So these droids are going to be coming in almost as reinforcements a little bit late to the battle, but they'll be supplying more troopers for the droid positions in the front. Once these guys begin to get depleted is when they should begin showing up. So that'll be an interesting dynamic part of this battle. Alright, so without further ado guys, I'll be right back and we can get this thing started. Alrighty then, you battlers, we are ready to get this shindig started. Going and pressing that start button right now, and the battle droid army should begin its march forward, and that they are. We're actually using the security droids, which means they have those red markings on their armor. I just felt like we needed to spice it up a little bit, because we're always using the standard tan battle droids, and getting a little flavor in there, sprinkle a little pepper. That's always a nice thing to do. Either way, the clones I believe, are standing fast. They're not quivering. They are holding their positions starkly. They are ready for this upcoming battle. These guys are battle hardened. They've been fighting on Ryloth for months. They are absolutely reared up and ready to roll here. And this perimeter defense is going to be very, very strong because they're ruins. They've got cover all over the place. It's going to be dope. All right, the droids are getting very, very close here. The clones holding off their fire until they get nice and close. They want to optimize that opening barrage. And here we go. Opening barrage commence. And the clones begin to pour fire onto the upcoming battle droid army. This E-Web turret alone decimating an entire clone unit straight in front of it. Look at this thing go. It is just tearing it up right now. My goodness, a bit laggy for the beginning here just with the sheer number of units on the field, but it should die down and get to a nice FPS in a little bit here. This entire frontal clone or droid unit is almost completely dead from that E-Web turret. That is insane. The clones also have a lot of free roaming units, so you might see some guys running around the map and stuff like that. So they're flex units. They can sort of move to wherever they believe they're needed and really adapt to the battle as necessary, which is, I think, a really nice thing for the clones to have, especially in a defense where there's going to be so much cover and they might need to fill the gaps in certain lines and things like that. This E-Web turret on the left is still rearing up and firing. It is decimating a lot of droids over here too, and up here as well. I think it's going to be key to this clone defense for them to wipe out this first wave of droids as fast as possible, because in no time that second wave will be coming in, and you can see them in the distance there coming on forward. So the clones need to, get their act together and really wipe these guys out, and they're doing a nice job of it. They're really decimating a lot of these battle droids, and keeping these E-Web turrets alive is a huge benefit to the clones. Only the frontal one is down at the moment, but the other 2 are still firing away rapidly. So that's very, very good for the clone troopers. Though we are starting to see some very much so increased clone losses all around. There goes another E-Web turret, and the perimeter defense seems to be faulting, and really starting to take a lot of losses, and that's not a very good thing because the perimeter is their first line of defense. It's where the most troopers were, and now that that's gone, it's going to be up to the interior of the ruins to hold. But there is benefits to fighting in the interior of the ruins. There's going to be a lot more choke points, a lot more cover for the clones to utilize, and the flex units are going to have a lot more availability to run around and adapt to certain situations. So it's not a complete loss. I'm just saying that the interior being the last like sort of stand defense is not the greatest thing in the world. I'm sure the clones would rather keep it on the perimeter and keep the droids from entering on in. Either way, the droid reinforcements do seem to be arriving as we speak. They're getting a ton of fire out. This E-Web turret seems to be meeting them head on. It's one of the last remaining perimeter defenses, and there it goes. It does end up going down, but not before it got a good amount of fire out. It might have killed a few droids over that way. I'd actually like to check how many kills these E-Web turrets have. This one had 25 kills. This one over here had 21, and this one over here had 28. Dang! So those combined killed like 90 droids, just under 90 droids. That is insane. But now it's up to the purely clone infantry now to hold off the remaining oncoming battle droids, and I think those E-Web turrets left them in a solid position in which to hold this area and defend. They've also got a lot of these miniguns, which are going to be very, very powerful and very effective, I think, in holding off these battle droids, because these things can get so many rounds off in just a few seconds there. They actually got nerfed in the mod. In the previous patch of the mod, they were the almighty. It was a one-shot kill. One blaster round would kill a droid at 100 health, which is insane given that it shoots like 100 rounds you know, second or whatever. Probably not 100 rounds a second, but it shoots a lot. It shoots a ton. So those were very, very powerful. Now it takes a few rounds to actually kill a droid, but it's still outputting shots at a rapid rate, which leads to droid suppression and also just annihilation of their armor. So they're still very powerful and definitely a weapon that the clones need to keep alive, but not as powerful as they used to be. Either way, Keeli Company is still holding fast here, still doing quite well. The fighting has died down a smidge. It's turning into a bit more of situational battles, you know, 1v1s, groups versus groups, rather than just an explosive amount of fire all over the place. You know, a cancer battlefield. This is turning into more strategic warfare within the ruins, which I think is honestly better. I love this kind of battling, you know, where they're you know, the Stalingrad type of battle. You guys know I love that kind of thing. I talk about it all the time. Either way, the battle droids just now beginning to actually enter into the ruins, which is not great for the clones. Hopefully they can establish some nice choke points, and it does look like they're doing that. Over here, these droids are getting chopped up right in this arena over here, and the clones are managing to hold fast that way. A big conglomerate of clones over here. I believe some of these are free roamers. They all decide to settle up right here. It's good for them to actually stay together, I think, because that way they can, you know, solidify their fire and really suppress the droids nicely. So, not a bad strat there. Man, this is actually one of my favorite battles I've done in a long time. I don't know about you guys, but it's very entertaining to see, you know, people fighting in the ruins of something. And also, like, these sort of last stand defenses to the last man, hardcore holdouts, they're pretty dope. That minigun trooper did just get absolutely slammed by a grenade. That's a tough thing. They got to keep those boys alive. Hopefully there's a few more on the field. I'm not sure if there are. I haven't really seen more than just him. I know I added at least 2 or 3, but they might have been on the outskirts of the battlefield. The flanks seem secure from the clones, though, and that's definitely going to be key in this battle. If the droids were able to attack from all sides, then the clones, I think, would be in a lot more trouble. But right now they're funneling the droids straight down the middle, which is definitely a very good strategy, because the droids won't be able to, you know, cut them off from the flanks. They won't be able to do any pincer movements, and it'll create a lot more choke points for the clone trooper defenders. So, smart move there. But as the droids get closer, their aim will begin to increase, and they'll be more accurate. And their blaster fire will pack more of a punch. Now, the same can be said for the clones as well, but the clones have the defensive advantage, so keeping them at a distance is what they want. But that's not happening now, and the clones are going to have to just deal with it and just get as much fire out as they possibly can. We got a machine gunner droid, probably the farthest the droid has, any droid has made it so far. He's in there deep, but he backs off. He backs off. He goes and regroups with his friends. On the right side, actually, over here, we got a droid coming nice and close. He's got the E5 blaster rifle. He doesn't seem to understand what to do. He's malfunctioning a little bit. He's getting shot from all sides. He's kind of just, you know, a puddle of worry right now as he has a terrible position. That's a really bad position. These droids on the flanks sort of crawling forward, creeping forward, keeping under the level of fire from the clone troopers. That's a smart move, you know, get nice and close and then start firing. Don't fire all the way there. Very, very smart of the battle droids there. Alright, well, it is kind of slower paced firing now as more clones die and more droids die, and we're left with less and less troopers on the battlefield. And I think in these moments right now is where we're really going to see who comes out dominant. It's all about who gets the most kills right in this moment, who manages to take the better positions, and who really solidifies their fire, because this is clutch time right now. This decides the rest of the battle, I think, when both sides still have a solid amount of troopers left, but their numbers are dwindling, and whoever comes out on top in these moments is going to be the victor. We're still seeing a lot of flex units roaming around for the clones. That's good to see. You know, get to those adaptable positions. Very, very key. If we actually look at the mini-map right now, blue are the clone troopers, red are the battle droids. An entire unit of battle droids over here just didn't come forward. We'll just send them forward. I think I forgot to add a waypoint to these blokes. Oh, or they're stuck? Wait, they might be stuck in this little canyon area. There you go, buddies. There you go. Come on forward. There you go. Okay. Yeah, so blue are the clone troopers, red are the battle droids, and I think the clones are actually winning right now. I think they do have more troopers than the battle droids. That doesn't mean that the battle droids are just yet done, but it does mean it's hopeful for the clones that they'll be able to take this victory. Take this dub, if you will. Captain Keeli over here checking in on our boy. He is still alive, and he is still firing. Let's see, does he have any kills? No kills from Keeli himself, but that's okay. We're seeing him get some suppressive fire out. He's in a commanding role. He can't be worrying about his KD right now, you know. This clone has 2 kills. This one has 1 kill. This one has 1 kill. This one's got none. This boy's got none. This boy's got none. This boy's got none. This boy's got 6. That's pretty impressive. This boy's got none. Grenades going off over here. This boy's got none. This boy's got none. A lot of nuns. Wow. This one's got 1. This one's got 1. Not actual nuns, but N-O-N-E. This guy's got 2. This guy's got 1. I think a lot of the clones who would have kills have died because they were in the front lines getting down and dirty, and as these droids push in, these guys with no kills will start getting kills, but then they'll die before we're able to really check them out because they'll be in sort of the heat of battle there. And that's sort of how that works, I think. Alright, lots of grenading going on over here. Good on the droids for figuring out where to nade these clones and sort of flush out their positions with explosives. But these clones seem to be in very, very solid positions as we're seeing droids run up to these rocks, try and take cover, but then they're just getting noped and blasted in the face. Very nice. Ooh, but we're seeing more and more clone deaths over here on the right side. This part of the battle seems to be breaking down a little bit for the clones. Left side's still holding very strong. I think these guys over here still have a solid amount of troopers, but this right side is dwindling. So if the droids maybe pushed a little bit harder over here, and then in doing so they support the left side, that'd be pretty key. That could amount to a victory, a big old dub. Yeah, now the droids are able to come and take these rock positions as they've eliminated the clones that were guarding them. Then nice. We still got clones in the very back lines over here firing their DC-15As. DC-15A troopers are actually very key to this battle because they're able to shoot from longer range than the DC-15Ss. You might think that, you know, SMGs would be the best weapon for this battle, but if you're way, way back in the back lines with a DC-15A, then you're going to be just as effective as an SMG unit who's very close and able to optimize, and you're in less danger of getting shot. So You need a little bit of both in your army. You need every type of weapon. And both sides have brought every type of weapon to the table today. The droids have some snipers, as you can see here. They have some machine guns. They have some standard E5s. They've got it all. And the clones have a good range, too. They've got DC-15Ss, As, and miniguns galore. So both sides came equipped for this battle. It is slowing down much more now with the droids making fewer pushes and the clones therefore getting less fire output. But it does seem like the clones are in a much stronger hold now. Oh, that grenade really disrupted the clone lines right there. That's a bummer. But it seems like the positions have settled down into a spot where the clones are able to make that steadfast hold against the battle droids, and the battle droids are having a lot more trouble creeping on forward. Like I said before, this right side has been a huge push for the droids, and they're really close to clone lines now. But the problem is they're getting next to no support from this side over here, where the droids haven't been able to do that same thing. And therefore they're just not on an equivalent playing field, and any attempt to push further in on the flank over here would need support from this flank over here to divert clone fire, and I don't think these droids have enough troopers to really help out in that regard too much. But we'll see. I mean, the droids could definitely still win this thing, I think, because they're still getting clone kills, and we can see both sides have dwindled in their numbers quite substantially. Clones really sort of restricted to this position here. These guys highlighted on the minimap, and the droids pretty much take the other half of the ruins. So, clones pushed back, but droids simultaneously also pushed back. Droids making a large assault right now, really coming on forward. Hearing a couple of clone deaths, a couple of screams, but the clones are getting a lot of fire out, and I think they're denying that push quite nicely. Very nice. Another sort of quiet moment here. Sort of getting into that realm of, quiet for a few seconds, explosive fire. Quiet for a few seconds, explosive fire. Which I think is actually kind of a fun part of the warfare. Very nice. Is Keeli still alive? Yeah, Keely's still kicking. Reloading that SMG right now. Nice. Good to keep some rounds in the chamber. Keep that thing kicking. Alright, couple more clones going down there, and that's actually exposing Keeli, and Keeli gets downed! Oh my goodness, okay, so Keeli is down for the count right now. The rest of his troopers behind him still kicking. I think the death of those 3 clones that were in front of Keeli opened up a window for the droids to just take out the commander right there. That is not very good in the slightest. Oh my goodness. There's also a very large amount of clones hugging these walls over here. These guys seem to not have really been attacked, or at least they survived the attack from their angle over here, so that left a lot of them alive over this way, and so now we've got these larger pockets of resistance for the clones over here, and I think having these substantial numbers will help them in the long run, unless some grenades come out, and then that won't be very good. Droids coming forward once more. Oh man, they're getting cocky. Clones not really firing at them. Oh, geez. How many droids are left? Not a lot, I don't think. No, not a lot at all. Alright, clones, you guys gonna fire? There you go. That should start things. There we go. Alright. They just need a little encouragement there. Alright, so clones and droids beginning the fire once more. Looks like a couple died on both sides from that little engagement there. Watch for friendlies. Yeah, that might be it for the droid attack, in all honesty. Because I'm not seeing them having that good of numbers right now. There's a few defective droids who just stayed in the very back here. But, I mean, they're not going to be able to make a difference, just like 4 droids. Alright, let's do a final droid push here, because they're, moving backwards now. They're not assaulting. It comes time sometimes when the AI is just like, nope. Clones healing for a second there. Hopefully they finish healing before the droid forces make it there. And they do. Very good. Here we go. Droids coming forward. Clones exploding with some fire right there. Oh, big droid grenade right there. Oh, but it missed. I thought it went into this little pocket right here, but that would have been huge if they got a grenade right in there. That'd be big. Droids sort of beaten back once more. Did they actually kill all the droids there? Yeah, they did. All right, there's only 4 droids on the field. We're just going to retreat them. They'll retreat. 4 won't do anything. And the clones managed to hold, though Keeli did go down. They barely held, though. I mean, there's like maybe 20 or so troopers, 25 troopers. This guy's got 2 kills. This guy's got none. This guy's got none. This guy's got none. This guy's got none. Those guys did nothing. These guys over here, none of them really have any kills, except for this guy's got 3. This guy's got none. This guy's got 7. This guy's got 5. This guy's got 4. This guy's got 1. I think those 4 or 5 dudes really butchered the flanking units there. They were responsible for that. This guy's got 1 kill. This guy's got 3. Oh, sorry. This guy's got 3. This guy's got 2. This guy's got 2. This guy's got none. This guy's got none. This guy's got 1. This guy's got 5. This guy's got 9. That's impressive. This guy's got none. And this guy's got 1. Alright, so a lot of clones did their part in the final defense here. Lots of death. So yellow are dead clones, red are dead droids. There's a lot of death all over this battlefield. This was intense. This was really cool. I really enjoyed this battle. I hope you guys did too. Look at that. So much spread for both sides. Both sides took heavy losses throughout. That's insane. You rarely get that where it's evenly spaced throughout the entire battle and it's really, really hard fought. Alright, regardless, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did making it. Follow me on Instagram, trying to get to 1,000 followers. We're so close. And I'll see you all in the next video. Peace! I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.